Hi guys, welcome back, and today's yoga flow is going to be yoga for good circulation. So any yoga or any movement is going to help you with your circulation, but particularly in this time where you might be working from home or not having as much movement in your day as you usually would, and you're finding you're getting cold hands and cold feet. So in this one, we're going to work towards warming up our spine, warming up all our joints in our body to just get that blood flow moving. And today you might need a book or a block or a pillow as your prop today. Remember, there's always a little link down below if you want to purchase and get 10% off some amazing yoga props. We're going to start lying on our back. So you can pop a pillow under your head or a block under your head if you want. And then come on down. So however you want to lie back is totally personal preference. Hands can rest wherever feels most comfortable. And then close off the eyes. Take a smooth breath in. And a gentle sigh out through the mouth. Just giving yourself a moment to notice how it feels to be in this shape. Notice if you're holding on to whatever you were doing before this, so however you were sitting, whatever you were up to. And see with each exhale, you can let go. Giving yourself this moment just to check in with how you feel physically. So what are the temperature in the fingers and the toes? How does the air feel against the skin? And see if we can really stay with physical sensations today. So we really kind of reap the benefits of not just the physical practice, but the mental benefits of yoga as well. Lovely. When you're ready, blinking the eyes open. We're just going to lift the legs high into the sky. Now don't worry if your knees are bent, it's totally fine. It's not about getting the legs straight. So legs into the sky, hands can rest by the side or wherever feels most comfortable. And then just take a little roll out of the ankles. So see if we can get those joints moving. Nice big circles with the ankles. You might find they're not perfect circles. And you might find that one is more like cooperative than the other, shall we say? Good. And just see how that feels to kind of warm up through the ankle. Even the calf muscle gets quite warm here. Good. And then rolling the opposite way. And that might be like the more awkward way or the less kind of easy route. You might find your toes begin to spread. See if you can go with it. See if you can like exaggerate it. Get those feet nice and warmed up. Wonderful. And then resting the feet in a neutral place. Just give them a little shake out through the legs. Awesome. Let's keep our feet lifted. Knees can be bent. Light engagement through the core here. And then lifting the arms into the sky. Allow the shoulders to like drop back onto the earth. And then take a little roll out of the wrists. Nice. And again, you might be doing something funky with the fingers and thumbs here. That's okay, don't worry. Nice. Maybe there's a few pops and clicks. Nice. And then circling the opposite way. Again, it might feel a little more awkward. Wonderful. And then from here, see if you can relax the hands. So like the tops of the hands are up towards the sky, almost like zombie arms. And let's just take a little shake out. It's almost like we're a bug lying on our back. Give it a little shake. Nice, awesome. And then from here, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. How does that feel in the fingers and toes? You might feel like a little kind of tingly sensation. Maybe, maybe not. Awesome. Then you're going to remove whatever you have underneath your head. Just pop it to one side. Hands onto the back of the knees, chin to chest. And then let's take a few gentle rocks up and down the length of the spine. Keep that chin tucked. Just starting to warm up and massage the spine. Kind of have to use your core a little bit as well. Awesome. And then on your next time, we're going to rock and roll to all fours. Awesome. When you get to your all fours, spread the fingers nice and wide. Knees are underneath our hips, and then just take a little kind of roll out, or like whatever feels good. So maybe it's circles to warm up through the hip joints, the spine. Maybe it's a little forwards and back. Just whatever a regular movement feels good in your joints. Like if somewhere feels really good, maybe it's a good indication that we need to like move into that space a little bit more. Maybe you can find a little corner of the body that you haven't like yet moved into today. That's always quite nice. Lovely. Good, and then come back to a neutral spine here. Extend your right leg back, so pushing through that heel, really energize that leg. Zip up through the belly, and then floating your left fingertips forwards, finding the balance. So it's quite helpful just to fix your focus onto a little point on the mat. We're going to take a few crunches here, so inhale, and as you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, nice and slow, draw the belly in. Lovely. As you inhale, expand from the center, lengthen. Exhale, round it in, draw the belly up. Lovely. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to round. Lovely. Inhale, expand. This time, as you exhale, bring your left hand down. The right toes are going to come on the mat. You're going to turn them to the right, and then reaching the right hand up towards the sky to a modified plank. We're going to take a little flow here. So stretching the fingertips forwards, find that nice big C shape, it's like a little banana shape. Lovely. As you inhale, come on up. Exhale, sliding that hand down the back leg. Lovely. Inhale to come up. Exhale, left hand down. Reach those right fingertips forwards. Lovely. With the breath, inhale, come on up. Use the waist, feel it fire up. Exhale, slide, nice and slow. Feel every bit of the movement. Inhale up. Exhale, down and forwards. One more. Inhale. Engage through the side body. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale, left hand down, right hand comes down, right knee comes in. Awesome, let's do the opposite side. Inhale, left leg extends, pushing through that heel. Find your center. Awesome, and then reaching the right hand forwards, finding the balance with those crunches. Inhale. Exhale, bring it into center towards the heart. Lovely. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round it in. Give that heart a little hug. Wonderful. Inhale. And exhale, draw the belly up. Nice. Inhale, extend. This time as you exhale, right hand comes down, left foot comes down, and we turn it to the left, reaching the left hand up towards the sky and then forward. So we find that nice big stretch underneath our armpit and down the side of the waist. Good. As you inhale next, come on up, find the balance. Exhale, slide your left hand down the back leg. Lovely. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, down, top hand forwards. Nice. Inhale, come on up, use that strong core. Exhale, slide it on down. Awesome. Inhaling. And exhaling, stretch. Last one, inhale, come on up. Exhale. Nice one, inhale, come on up. Exhale, right hand down, left hand down, left knee in. Awesome, take a little moment to reset. Maybe we take a little swing out of those hips from side to side. Awesome, spread the fingers nice and wide, and then we're gonna extend the legs back, so we're coming into a plank pose. So feet are hip width apart, push the floor away. Now, lift up through the belly and push back through the heels. So we're starting to really fire up that core. Relax through the jaw. Feel your body maybe get a little bit warmer as the blood flow moves a little bit quicker to give our muscles the energy and the oxygen that it needs. Breathe in. Exhale, find a downward facing dog. So sending those sit bones sky high. You can keep the knees a little bent if that feels good. And just take a little pedal out through the feet here. Good, so feet are hip width apart. As you inhale, come up super high onto your tiptoes. As you exhale, drop both heels to the right and then bend the knees. So the side of the hip comes down. Lovely, inhale, come back through the center onto tippy toes. Exhale, heels to the left, bend the knees. How's that feeling? Awesome, inhale through center. Exhale, press down through the heels. Wonderful. This time as you inhale, ripple forwards to a high plank. And as you exhale, come on down to the belly. Use the knees if you need to, or come down in one long line. Awesome. Forehead to the mat. As you inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now be mindful that we're not using our hands, so hover the hands off the mat maybe. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, squeeze shoulder blades together. Get that back nice and warm. And as you exhale, lower. Might be really subtle, that's totally cool. Legs are energized. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Nice. This time you can use your hands, but make sure the back muscles are still working. So squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift on up. Maybe we get here. Maybe some of us, it feels good to extend the arms entirely. And then breathing here. How does that feel on the lower back? How does it feel on the chest, on the heart? Lovely. Keeping it nice and gentle. If it's too pinchy in the lower back, just come down. You can be all the way down. But for some people, if your spine is designed in this way, it can feel really, really good. You can even like drop the head back as well. Wonderful. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, come on down, forehead to mat, big toes together. Let's push back to child's pose. So settle the sit bones to the heels, forehead to the earth or a block or your hands. And just really allow the tummy to rest onto the thighs. So this is like really good for your heart because it means the body is in a smaller shape or space. And the blood has less of a journey to travel to get it around your body. So it's like a really restorative pose for the heart. So take a moment to breathe here. Notice that light stretch through the top of the feet. Wonderful. Then lifting the head, bringing the hands onto the mat, tuck the toes. We're going to come into a hanging forward fold. So tucking the toes, lifting the bum. Keep the knees nice and bent and allow your head to be really, really heavy. So you really release through the neck. Take a little shake out of the shoulders. Maybe a little wind out of the wrists if they need it. Maybe something else. Then just take a moment to shift up the weight in the feet. So maybe it's forwards and back, side to side. But keep the lower back protected by softening the knee. So not really about the hamstrings in this one at all. Lovely. And then slowly, mindfully, we're going to roll up through the spine. No head rushes here, nice and slow. Slowly, slowly picking your way up to a standing shape. Awesome. When you get to the top, you're going to take a nice wide stance, long ways on your mat, with your big toes pointing outwards. So nice wide stance. You might want your block in front of you here for when we come into some twists. So if you've got your props, maybe just pop it in front of you. Good. Hands can rest onto the hips. They can come to heart center. They can open out overhead. Totally yogi's choice. And then you're going to sit low. So slightly lift your pubic bone towards your belly button. So it's a draw in of the belly button and the core here. Pushing the knees back. You really feel like the legs fire up here. And again, if you want more, hands can be here. They can be rested totally wherever. See if you can sit nice and low. Maybe there's a little rock from side to side. You feel that heat kind of generated through the hips and the groin area. Maybe in towards the glutes as well. Lovely. As you inhale, straighten up the legs. As you exhale, turn the heels out and the toes in. Hands to hips now. Full breath. And then as you exhale, forward fold. So maybe some of us, we get to a block. You might be up here. You might be here. You might manage to get your hands down onto the earth, but either is totally fine. Let the head drop. And then maybe there's a little sway from side to side. A little nod of the head, maybe.
Shifting the weight into the toes. Nice. And just notice how that feels to be in this shape now. Awesome. As you inhale, come up halfway so you can at least straighten your arms, whether your arms are straight on the block or on the floor. You're going to plant your right hand down underneath your nose, arm is straight, and then the left hand is going to reach up towards the sky, so opening up through the chest. So push into that bottom hand, make sure it's doing something, so we're rinsing through that middle spine. Wonderful, full breath in here. Exhale, left hand down, underneath the nose, straighten it up, right hand reaches high into the sky. Keep life in that top hand and broaden across the heart space. Lovely, full breath. Exhale, right hand down, and then from here, heel toe the feet a little bit closer in. So your yogi squat distance, you can use your block as a little seat if you want, dropping the sit bones down to the block, or if you don't feel like you need the prop today, come down, take a seat into your yogi squat, pressing the palms together. Lovely, looking down towards the fingertips to keep the back of the neck nice and long here. Nice. So we're going to take a little fire up through the core. So staying into your yogi squat, we're going to come into a Navasana boat pose. So draw your belly in. So really engage through your pelvic floor and draw that belly button in. It will help control the movement. And then reaching the hands up towards the sky. Slowly, slowly lowering the sit bones down, fingers and toes off the mat into your version of boat pose today. So remember, boat pose, we can have toes on the mat. That is totally valid and allowed. Maybe we're here, maybe we're here. So wherever you need to be. Life in those fingers and toes though, really energize through them. Imagine, well, you can feel that fire like building in the core, in the center. Feel that like radiate out to the fingers and toes. Relax your jaw though. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, give yourself a little hug in, a little squeeze. Whew, well done. Nice one. From here, we're going to take a little inversion. So you can grab your block or your pillow. You can even come by a wall. That's really nice. You can just hang out there for the rest of the video. And so you're going to come down onto the back. You're going to elevate your hips in some way. Hands can rest maybe behind the head or like wherever you want, wherever's comfy. And then extend the legs up towards the sky, just like we did at the beginning. So keeping the knees nice and soft, so it's just kind of easy, like your legs were falling back into the sockets of the pelvis. You can take a little roll out of the ankles if you wish, or maybe just hold a static hold, close off the eyes. And this is so good for helping out your heart. Our heart works so hard, pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To keep the heart, to keep the blood moving around our body. So just notice how it feels to have the feet in the sky, kind of flip reversing how we spend most of our day. Feeling that pull of gravity, particularly on the lower back and the shoulders, the back of the head. Allowing gravity to help us out. Awesome, you are so welcome to stay here for a few minutes. If you're up against the wall, you can stay maybe for longer because your legs are supported. Otherwise, when you're ready, bending the knees, landing the feet down. Move the block from underneath you. Knees towards the chest, give yourself a little hug. And then gently rocking up and down a few times, re-waking up the spine. And come into a seated position, sitting nice and tall on both sitting bones. Take a breath in. And a little sigh out. Whew. Taking this opportunity to really thank ourselves for carving out this little bit of time in our day to look after our body.
Thank you all so much for sharing your yoga practice with me today. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, give it a little thumbs up, share it with anyone you think can benefit from it, and I'll see you on tomorrow's flow.